All right, everyone. Joe here, Mike here from buildassatsonline.com, and we are back with another podcast slash video, whatever platform you are consuming this content on. We are happy to be here and bringing this information to you. So, in today's episode, we are going to talk about formulas and systems to create a predictable dropshipping income. And this was a question from our free Discord. You can check it out, link below in the description on how you can join. So we're going to talk about it. And, because we think the ads, especially when you're first starting out, are the easiest and fastest way to get that, consistent traffic and those consistent sales, I'm going to hand the mic over to Mike, and he is going to explain how to get that consistency going. So let's hear it.
Yeah. And I think when people talk about consistency, they're thinking about, okay, how do I make sales every day or multiple times a day? And really, I think as more people take action and, start their stores and have their ads account going, this information will sink in a little bit more. But it really just comes down to consistent ad spend and increasing that spend as much as possible over time. And the reason is because once you have your strategy down, I'd say you can implement what we have in our course. And if you do it right, then you'll get probably like 80% of the best results possible that you can have for a particular brand. And so really the only way to increase the consistency of your results would be to just increase your traffic. And so if, say, for every 100 visitors, you make one sale. If you're only driving 30 visitors a day because you don't want to spend a lot of money on ads, some days you're not going to have any sales, and then you'll get a sale. You may go a week without getting a sale, and then all of a sudden you'll have two sales. It's the same percentage over time if you're doing, everything correctly, but the more people that you can get per day to your website, the more that data will take effect and you can get sales essentially daily.
Yeah, what's interesting, Mike? One thing, I don't know if you remember this. I think it's some sort of cosmic effect. Is that when we had our first store, what would happen is we would go in, we would have no sales for like a week, and then we'd go in, we'd make a change, like a small change, like we'd change like the font color or something, and then we'd get 3 sales.
Yeah. And for some reason, when you're starting out, things always work out that way. And maybe it is, maybe it is the dropship gods telling you that you're on the right path. But at some point, you can't, can't keep doing that, right? So you have to just take it down to the absolute basics. And, that's how I used to think about things, right? It's like, all right, how could we have no sales for a week and then we have multiple days of multiple sales? I thought there was something going on that if we pinpointed that and we just did that, it would mean we would hit the jackpot. And after many years, I don't think that exists. I think it's just odds. I think it's just statistics. Yeah. And when I talked about that with we had someone who was running, we had hired like an ad agency at the time because we thought they'd be able to figure this out and get us these magical sales every day without spending a lot every day. And they were like, no, it really just comes down to the more you can spend, the more traffic you can get, and everything will normalize.
Yeah, Mike.
And I found out to be the truth.
And I'm gonna accuse you of something right now, and I don't think you're even going to deny it. I think you still have a little bit of faith in the dropship gods.
Yeah.
I remember
you can't stop having faith because things still happen on an inconsistent basis, like how we got the $67,000 sale, and there are still outliers always.
Yeah. What did you tell me? Let's tell the viewers what you told me the other day. So you had a bunch of like lower ticket products added to the website from a supplier's catalog that we had.
Yeah.
And, as far as I knew, they weren't even linked anywhere on the website. And the sales were down for a few days. And you're like, yeah, dude, I like the only way people were visiting them is if they like searched for those products. Like that's probably the only way they were finding them. Like they weren't clicking on the website and finding them. But you're like, yeah, we added these products and now the sales are down. The sales are down. So I think, didn't you get rid of them?
I did for a period of time, and guess what?
They went
The
back up.
issue got resolved. But so my logic behind it is that there was something that was taking effect in the account that I was not able to observe, or something that was taking place that was resulting in our sales going down because of that.
Right. So it was an issue on the Google Ads account and not necessarily.
But it could have been the dropship gods too.
Right.
So I didn't.
You can never discount that.
All I knew was that this happened. We did this, and the sales were lowered as an effect. So I just need to take that at face value, and go from there. But I'm telling everyone who's listening to this, the more traffic you have per day, the more things will normalize.
Yeah. I think it's all, like you said, a game of numbers and statistics. So, in order to get more traffic, obviously you have to spend more money. And we have people in our Discord, they're asking about top of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. And, in an ideal world, all your traffic would be bottom of the funnel because all the people coming, they're ready to buy. And they're going to just click that add to cart button and everything's going to be all good. But and they're going to click the checkout button as well and enter their credit card information. But one thing to keep in mind is that you can run out of bottom of the funnel traffic because there's only so many keywords for a certain product or product type. So you may have to attack that top of the funnel traffic, and that can get more expensive.
Yeah, and so I think bottom of the funnel, top of the funnel, when people say that stuff, they're referring to how they would categorize a particular keyword. So if something is top of the funnel, then it's going to be a more generic keyword. A buyer who is not as hot on your particular products or may not even be aware of the exact brands that you're selling, bottom of the funnel would be someone who's searching a brand that you sell, someone who's searching for your store name, things like that. And that will be capped, but really the point of all that is the assumption that top of the funnel keywords will generally be more, it will cost more to get a conversion because you'll need more people to click these generic terms. People are less likely to convert. It will cost more to get a conversion. Bottom of the funnel, people are more likely to convert. But we've had there be times where we get good conversions off of generic keywords, just as good, maybe sometimes better than bottom of the funnel. It just comes down to that particular product and things like that. I think like the one place where you can attribute that the most would be product types that there aren't a lot of brands to choose from. Yeah. So just because someone doesn't know your brand yet doesn't mean they're not going to convert that day, compared to, say, someone who knows a brand, but there's 20 other people selling that brand. So you just have to take it for what it is, and you need to look at your own data and your own conversions. Yeah, you decide what's bottom of the funnel. Don't let someone else tell you.
Yeah, that's correct. And what we've been doing lately is we've been really kind of focused on scaling our SEO efforts, because when you want to get more traffic, obviously you don't want to be paying for it on a consistent basis, especially if it's not going to convert as well as your best stuff, because then you're at the point where you need to spend more every day to make more money. And look, that's not necessarily a bad thing at all if you're trying to scale your business, but free traffic is good as well. But you really have to. I don't like relying too much on. Well, I want to say. I mean, let's just say this is that we were talking about SEO the other day, and while it is fantastic, and we are across all of our sites, we're getting a lot of organic traffic right now, whether it's to our dropshipping stores, whether it's to our Amazon affiliate sites, the things just showing ads. I think that what you said the other day we were talking about is very pertinent. And what was the? It was like a Russell Brunson quote or something with a free lunch. How did it go?
I don't know. I'd have to go through the archives. I basically was just saying it. If you want to have your business be successful long term, you need to pay to play
Yeah.
because things can happen that impact your free SEO. I was saying, SEO is almost essentially a free lunch, and so you can't do that every day. You can't expect to get that every day and not have to not have there be a consequence at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're going to learn a skill that's going to impact your internet business in the long run, I would say that SEO is not top of the list. It could be somewhere middle of the list, close towards the top. I mean, you can do very well with SEO. People do it all the time. But in terms of like the amount of control you have, you want to be able to turn that traffic faucet on and off, and you want to be able to do it profitably. I think because once you have that, you can repeat the process all again. You're not reliant on like an algorithm or whatever.
Yeah, free traffic, you can make anything profitable because you're not spending any money. But the real key is when you have the knowledge that you can pay for traffic and you can convert that profitably.
Right. That's really the core of building any sort of business online, is being able to buy traffic profitably. If you could do that, if you could buy traffic profitably, then it doesn't become a question that you can get organic traffic profitably. I would say that's definitely true at some level. I mean, maybe you cannot rank for your primary. Maybe it would be a ridiculous amount of money to rank for like a primary keyword. Like if you're trying to sell like kitchen islands, maybe you can never rank for kitchen islands, but maybe you can rank for green kitchen islands or something like that, and you can do it and get a lot of free traffic and make those consistent sales. Yeah. So I think we about covered it. Anything else to add, Mike? But don't leave yet because I have to give the outro.
No, I wasn't gonna leave.
Not you, the audience.
Oh. All right, I'm done. Yeah.
All right.
Do the outro.
So guys, don't forget, grab our free course, buildassetsonline.com/playbook. And if you want to work with us one-on-one at a very affordable price, join our elite fleet or the elite squad. We haven't come up with an official name for it yet, but it's our membership where you can you join our private Discord. We create a channel where we work with you one-on-one, and bi-weekly office hours where we, answer questions, talk about what's going on in our business. You definitely don't want to miss those. So that's buildassetsonline.com/membership. And whatever platform you're on, don't forget to rate us, like, and subscribe. iTunes, leave us a review, yada, yada, yada. We really appreciate it. So that's it. I'm dropping the mic. Peace out.
All right. Take it easy.